Hey peeps, happy Wednesday. I just had to think for a minute, see what the day is. My name is Marianne, I'm at Once a Duckling and hope everyone is doing okay. I know lots of people will be out and about, lots of people will be at work. But hey, I craft when I have the chance, and I just had half an hour and I thought I'd just hop on. I did say on my live on Monday that I might go on during the week, and today's the day. I had a couple of bits left over. Been toying with this idea for a little while, so I thought I'd just come and share it with you. If you can't catch me on the live, then you can always catch me on the replay. The videos are always on there. Hello Emma, how are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope the weather is as lovely where you are as what it is here. I went out today, went to the range, went up and got a couple of bits and pieces for some stuff that we've got coming up, and it's glorious out there. I was wearing a jumper and I've actually taken my jumper off and I've got my lovely spring shirt on, so it's still got a little bit of a jumper underneath, but hey, we're getting there. So hello Llama as well. And yeah, I know a lot of people will be out and about, and it's not my usual time to go live, so I'm not expecting a lot of people to be able to catch me on the live, but as I said, you can always catch me on the replay. Hello Marjan as well, watching from Holland. So let me take a quick sip, as always, before we get started. I thought I'd give the opportunity for my glue gun to heat up a little bit as well. I've got the cordless one today, so I'm just hoping that the actual battery holds out for what we've got planned. So I've been wanting to make this centerpiece. I've been doing my dining room table, and I actually bought this massive, well, I say massive, it's not massive, but great big bunny that I bought in TK Maxx. Can't wait to share it with you. It is bright, it is colourful, and it reminds me of like Alice in Wonderland. And I did have a look to see if we can maybe do like an Alice in Wonderland Easter combined themed party type thing. I thought that'd be nice, but yeah, it's going to be very, very colourful. But I still want to make something for my dresser, and I was in the range the other day and I picked up this little cutie. Isn't he adorable? Now I was trying to think what I paid for him. I think it was $5.99, $4.99, $5.99. They had different designs this year, but I love him. He's got his little spade, and I thought that would be fantastic for in a basket for on a centerpiece. Let's have a look. Jackie says, good morning from Ontario, Canada. Jackie, you know, it's always been a dream of mine to come and visit Canada. We've got family in Ontario actually, so, but unfortunately we kind of lost contact. So yeah, you're going to have to, as and when we go out to Canada, you're going to have to give us some tips of where to go. Emma says, it's beautiful here. No need for any heating. I know, that's the good thing, isn't it? With everything that's going on, anything that can cut down on the heating can get the washing on the line. I'm with you, did that, woohoo. The small things make us happy, doesn't it just? Absolutely. And the sun, it just makes such a difference. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, you know, start of a new day. When it's all gloomy and horrible, not that great. And the clocks change over the weekend. I know we lose an hour, but hey, you know, pay off. And I see Claire is watching as well. So yes, so I bought this one, little bunny. If you haven't got these in your local store, check out places like TK Maxx or even your charity shops. I popped into one of our local charity shops the other day. I didn't buy a bunny, I bought some candlesticks, and I've got an idea of what I want to do with them. First of all, let me see if I can get rid of the tag on here. Ooh, which I think is on here with a bit of, yeah, that's it. Just snip that in half, get rid of that. Yeah, have a look to see if your charity shops, what other places, Wilkinson's probably. And if you can't find any of these, what I was thinking what you could use as well, do you remember we did the polystyrene bunny and we chopped it in half and we diamond dusted it? You can use one of the polystyrene bunnies, paint it, Mod Podge it, and put glitter on it, so you can still have your bunny as a centerpiece, but you'll find something that you can use. So that's what I'm going to use for the centerpiece to put in the middle. And I've got a bit of an idea. I grabbed some bits that I had left over. If you remember, we did the sunflower wreath not that long ago. Had a couple of them left over. A couple of those flowers, a couple of bits that I've grabbed, but I'll take you through it. And hello Jackie, hello Claire, and hello Bunny is watching as well. So next thing I had, still from last year, but they still do them again this year, and they do them everywhere guys, are these baskets. They're not very expensive. I know the range do them in 2 different colours. Let me move the camera slightly so you can see what basket I'm talking about. Hold on, see if I can move myself slightly this way. There you go. So I had this neutral one still from last year. It's a little bit wonky, to be honest, but hey, it is what it is. I can't actually straighten it because I think it's going to snap. So for some reason this is a little bit wonky. You can get the straight ones. So this one is obviously the neutral one. I saw the range, they did them also in like a grey sort of thing. So if your decor is grey, you can have one matching. You can pick them up for not a lot of money. And some of the other shops do them as well. I'm pretty sure the Works will probably do them. You know, the ones cheaper and cheerful. Next thing I had, excuse me, is a bit of floral foam that I have left over. So let me take it out. I kind of had a bit of a play with it before I came onto the live because I wanted to make sure that it kind of all fits. And what I want to do is I want to have this one slightly raised because he's going to be the focal point. So whatever you use as your focal point, you kind of want to have him raised up. And I'm going to try and see if I can pop one ear in front and one ear behind the actual handle. And I'm going to try and stick this down. So I'm going to hot glue a bit of the floral foam or Oasis, wherever you're watching from, whatever you call it. I'm going to hot glue that to the basket. And then I'm going to put the bunny actually on top. And then we're just going to pack out the side. And we're going to just jazz it up with some eggs and ribbon and all sorts of stuff. Not 100% certain yet what I'm going to do. But I've got a couple of bits and we're just going to have a bit of a play with it. And that's the beauty with floral foam. I know I'm going to be gluing the bunny down, but you can just kind of take it out. In fact, I have used this before for whatever thing. And obviously I've taken it out and just kind of reused it. Let's have a look. Jackie says, raining here and alerts out for freezing rain. No! Oh no, that's not what you want. Oh no, you can keep that. Sorry, Jackie, but yeah, no, on second thoughts, you can keep that. Having said that, I think the weather is changing here. I think we're all being lulled into a very, very false sense of security at the moment because I've seen the weather forecast and it's not looking that great for the next couple of days. But, hey, at least hopefully spring will be on its way soon. Let me, absolutely not what you want. No, that's the thing, isn't it? Like you have a couple of nice days and you think, yeah, you know, we're ready for spring and all the rest of it. No, no, no. But the ducks are back on the pond. Oh, you got pond in your own garden, have you? We debated having a pond actually, but we decided against it for the time being. Never know, maybe in the future. But for the time being, we kind of just decided against it. So, got my glue gun. I'm just going to pop a bit of hot glue at the bottom here. And then I'm going to stick the Oasis straight on there and just hold it down. And kind of just eyeball what the middle is. And it just hopefully just gives a little bit of sort of security that it's stuck down on the actual basket. And then I'm going to have to try and find a way of actually securing the rabbit. Let's have a look. Right next door to our townhome, we're in an adult community. I bet that is lovely. I bet there's a little sort of village type down the road from where we are. And she said they've got like a local duck pond, especially in the spring, all the little ducklings and everything. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And Emma says, no, you don't want freezing rain. I like the rain, but not that cold. I totally agree with you there. Having said that, we've been quite lucky this year, I think. We've not had any snow. Well, certainly not here, we haven't. So what I'm going to try and do, or what I have in mind, is that I want to kind of create, obviously have the bunny on the top. I want to create a little bit of height at the back. I want to have some flowers and some foliage sort of as a bit of a backdrop. So I'm going to try and see if I can put a little bit of a higher bit of Oasis behind here. And then the rest I'm going to go slightly lower because it's going to be filled up with some lower flowers and foliage and stuff like that. So all I'm doing at the moment is kind of just tucking in a couple of these bits here and there. Let's see if I can chop this one slightly. And to be honest, guys, it's not pretty when you put this in. And you might have to sort of adjust it slightly, have a bit of a play with it, see what works for you, and just really sort of pack that in there. And with these little bits, just to fill it up. And just see if we can get it to the point where it's not moving about. So there you go. That's pretty stable in there. So what I thought with this bunny is, because they are sort of made from, I don't even know what they're made of, straw, I suppose. What I'm going to try and do is have a look to see if I can, poor little thing, put some toothpicks in his feet and just stick it on there, secure it with some hot glue, and hopefully then he won't go anywhere. So I'm literally just got these toothpicks, and I'm putting, when I was cutting that polystyrene bunny the other day, I felt guilty. I felt guilty for cutting into him. And same here, I'm sticking this in his foot. Bless him. Right, and another one. Like so. And then the idea is that I'm going to just try and see if I can just put that in there like that. No snow here in Suffolk so far this year. 18 out at the moment is lovely. Yeah. Oh, it's same here, Carla. It is so nice. And as Emma said, it's the little things. All the washing's outside. The only thing is my towels. Not happy having the towels drying outside. They might as well use a bit of sandpaper. So I do finish them off in the dryer to make them a little bit softer. Because I know we did it the other day. My husband was like, oh my word, these towels are like rock. He's like, well, that's what you get for drying them outside. Hello, Dawn. Good morning to you. We're creating a little bit of an Easter centerpiece, and what I've done so far, I've got this little bunny and I've stuck 2 cocktail sticks in his feet, bless him, and I'm just going to try and see if I can just push this down. Ta-da! As simple as that. So you kind of got your focal point already. You can see, you get a bit of an idea of what we're doing. Now, next thing I grabbed is this stuff, which is wrapped around my tripod here. This sort of filling. So you can choose what you want. You can have some moss type stuff. You can go for like the shredded paper. Obviously you can find a green, you can find a yellow. Because I'm going to be using quite a lot of yellow with the flowers, I thought it might be a little bit overkill if I do the yellow as well. And the green, I don't know about the green stuff that you get, it was bright. And when I say bright, it's like, whoa, a luminous. So I've gone fairly sort of neutral, if you will, for the actual base, and it kind of matches the bunny and everything as well. So what I'm going to do next is just filling it up. Now we'll be twizzling. I put him on a little platform. I thought it'd be easy to see, be a lot easier, rather than me sort of faffing around having to hold it up to the camera. So let me just tuck this in. You kind of just want to obviously get rid of the feeling of that oasis. You don't want to see that, and then by the time we've covered it all up, we're just going to be dressing it up and making it look pretty. Emma says she does like a rough towel. Now there's rough and there's rough, Emma. Honestly, the towels that we had the other day, I was like, literally, my sandpaper that I used for my crafting was probably softer than the towel that we had going on. It was not good. But no, I do know what you mean. They don't have to be like super fluffy, but anything that doesn't take my skin off is a bonus. Now you can go crazy with this stuff. You can always add to it. So I'm not going to go too mad. It's just a case of hiding some of that green oasis, but we're going to be using flowers and stuff like that as well. And how cute does he look? Even just like that. You can... You know what, even if you didn't have any foliage or stuff like that, you could sprinkle a couple of eggs or little carrots or whatever in there, and you're kind of done. Add a bit of a bow maybe to the basket, and you know, if you wanted to leave it at that, you totally could. But I did pick up a couple of other bits. So I've got some flowers. I picked these up from my local garden centre. They were £1.90 for a bunch. That's the thing, some of the flowers in the local garden centres, they're expensive. They are super expensive. So I do shop around, have a look in Wilkinson's, have a look in the range. Also, have a look in the range in the wedding section. Because what they tend to do, sometimes the actual bundles... Do I still need my glue gun? Don't think so. I'm going to turn my glue gun off. Might have to wait if I do need it again. What was I saying? Yes, some of the bundles might work out cheaper than buying some of the individual stuff. And what I tend to do a lot of the time anyway is take the bundles apart, especially if you're kind of spreading, sort of having some of the flowers in different places. So keep an eye on the wedding section. Have a look at the bundles of flowers, like the little bouquets that they've tied together. Because like the sunflower one, and we've used a lot of those already because we did our wreath, I paid I think I'm right in saying that I paid $3.99, I think, for a bundle of sunflowers. And as I said, we used the wreath for that, or we made the wreath with, well, partly made the wreath with that, but I still had these left over. And that was just from a little bundle that was in the wedding section. So that's a little tip for you. Have a look in the range if you are going that way. Now, as I was saying, I kind of want to create a little bit of a height and some foliage behind the bunny. So I'm going to be taking some of these apart and just snip them off with a pair of pliers. And this one I did buy in the range, I think it was £2.50. I don't think it's got the price on there. That's one thing actually. Sorry, range, if you're watching, some of your pricing in the shop is a little bit confusing, especially when it comes to the flowers, because there's so much of it. I'm always digging in the flowers to have a look to see if I can find the price. So taking these apart, and then you can kind of just have a play with where you want them. What else did I do? I popped into the range. I went into, put on my story, went into the pound store. Oh, that goes on the floor. And they had a wreath there. Check out my story, hold on. They had a wreath there for £4, which had lots of, I think it had a bit of foliage and it had some little Easter eggs on there, but you could totally make that your own. If you didn't like it as it is, you know me, I'm always adding stuff. So if you added a couple of flowers and you really sort of bulked it out for £4, that's a pretty good buy. So these ones, I'm gonna just take the tags off. As I said, it's, to be honest with you, a bit of a case of just having a play with it and seeing where you want different things. And what I like, you might not like, and the other way around. So it is totally personal. Now I'm thinking, do I take these apart as well? And I think I might. I don't know whether, I'm going to try and see if I can stick them in, see how deep they will be. Let me twizzle these around for a second. I just want to have a play and find how, you know what, that will probably work. Look, see what I mean? Kind of just poking out down the side of him, and I'm going to do the other one the same the other way. And then the green ones, I'm just going to just stick in between here and there. So I'm going to do the same with this one on the other side. And you can just find some of the stuff that you've got around. As I said, quite a lot of stuff I still had left over. I know I bought these ones, but a lot of the other flowers is all stuff that I've used previously. So let me twizzle him around. And I'm going to do the same on this one, on this side. And kind of just, right, so what I wanted to do is kind of just tuck that forward a little bit and have some of the flowers poking out down the side of him. Now you can go back to it later and you can have a bit of a play with it. Maybe down the back a little bit more. That looks better. There we go. So there we are. And then I've got some of this greenery. And I think what I might do is do some of the other greenery first, and then some of the green streaks I can kind of use to have that filled up. But can you see how quickly that filled out? So all we've done, we've added the bunny to the floral foam, couple of flowers in the background, just create a little bit of height. And now I'm going to use some of the flowers just to fill up the front a little bit. So with these ones, one of the things I had left over from last year, and again I've gone for yellow, I did say it was going to be quite yellow. If you haven't seen these, we made these. So we made these from some polystyrene eggs, very, very simple. We gave them a coat of acrylic paint, left them to dry, Mod Podge over the top, and diamond dusted them. Now look at the sparkle on that. I absolutely love these. I used them last year for nameplate holders. If you want to have a look on the blog, onceaduckling.com, and if you search for, I think it probably nameplate holders or Easter eggs, diamond dust eggs, something like that, it should come up. Have a look under the Easter sort of thing. Also, the video is still on there. So the video from last year is still on my page. We made these on a live, and they're super, super simple to make, but really, really effective. And of course, if you can't find any of the sparkle eggs that you've seen in the shop, like these ones, hold on, these ones, you can make these yourself as well, and if you want me to, let me know. I can do them on a live and we can have a bit of fun with some polystyrene eggs and have a go at those ones. So what I did, I grabbed one of these. I had 6 of them, but I grabbed one of these and I've added some hot glue and I just poked a stick in there so I can use it as one of the things for the basket. So I'm going to just chop this off at an angle. That went flying. And kind of just stick this in on the side, I think. Like this. And again, that's another gap filled. And all that is left now really is just to do the front. And if I'm not happy with how the egg's looking, I'm going to do it a little bit lower because I kind of want the bunny to be the focal point and not the egg. So I've done it a little bit lower. But as I'm saying, you kind of come back to it and have a bit of a play with it. So when we did the sunflower wreath the other day, we had these flowers and I still had 2 left over. And I thought that would be perfect for just a little bit of ground cover. And of course, I've got some greenery there as well if I need it. And just tuck it into the floral foam and just fill up some of those gaps. See what I mean? So fill up some of the gaps, and then I've got some of the greenery. I want to have one that is not too high. If I can find one, that one will do, I think. So we've got quite a lot of yellow going on, obviously on this side here. So I'm going to try and see if I can break that up slightly with having one of the bit of foliage here. And you can cut it down if I need to. And kind of manipulate it in different ways. I'll hold it up to you. I'll hold it up for you in a minute. And bless him, he does look like he's gardening. He looks like he's gardening in the actual flower patch. But let me find, I wanted to incorporate one of the sunflowers as well, if I can. I think I might take this one out for the time being and have a look to see if I can use the sunflower. Now, I know it's a bit of a mishmash of different flowers, but it all just kind of goes together. And can you see how quickly that is filling up? Very, very simple basket. There's no rhyme or reason to it, guys. Just have a bit of a play with it. And that would look lovely, I think, just on a dresser somewhere. Just super, super cute. Or in your kitchen. Have it on the kitchen countertop. I can see something hanging off here. It's a bit of string. Now, if you haven't got a lot of foliage, what you can do, you can kind of create some loops with some of the ribbon. I don't know whether I'm going to. I'll have a look to see what it looks like at the end. But you can kind of create some loops, glue them together, and then with like one of the toothpicks or something like that, just have a couple of loops of ribbon in there, just to fill up some of the gaps if you need to. But let me have a look to see what other flowers I can use. Do I need to go for one of the blue ones? Let me have a look, see what that looks like. Because I've got it left over, I might as well, why not? So I'm just trying to locate that floral foam and just having a bit of a play. And I think that goes well. Because he's got a little blue outfit on, I think the blue goes quite well with the yellow. Oh, sorry, with the yellow as well. Another thing, I've still got a couple of these little carrots, and I was trying to find a way. Let me have a look. Now, I haven't tried this, so bear with me. I'm going to have a look to see if one of these simple little carrots, if I can put a toothpick in there, which seems to work, and then see if I can just stick a couple of these randomly in the foam, if I can locate the floral foam. Now, will that work? Probably haven't got the stick that is long enough, which is a shame. Right, guys, we're just going to pretend, okay? So all I had was a very, very small floral toothpick. If you've got some of the longer skewers, what you can do is you can have the carrots and just stick one on one of these skewers and just stick those in there as well, just to fill up some of the gaps. So if you can see here, I just did it over there, but it's kind of just tucked in because I haven't got a stick that is long enough. Okay, but if you have, then you can totally do that. So let me find some of these pieces. Just add a little bit more greenery here and there. And it's just a case of just locating that floral foam and just pushing it in there. Now, if your sticks are too long, you can just cut them to size. I've got another one of these going on. So what I'm going to do, and this is what I was saying, I'm just going to place things where I want them and then have a bit of a play with it. The sunflower was too much to that side for my liking because I want to incorporate one of these. So I kind of want to fill up this little gap here, and I thought if I have another yellow and another blue, that would be the perfect space for it. And just kind of just pull and tuck, and I have got another one. Yeah, got another blue one. I knew I had it somewhere. So just cut it to a smaller size. Oh, hello Shirley, no problem. Of course, you can always catch the replay. I know it's a funny time for me to go live, but I thought I'll just make the most of it, so no problem at all. I hope your work's going okay, and I hope you're feeling a lot better, Shirley. I know you've had a bit of a rough time recently. So just filled up the front slightly by having the sunflower, and just work with what you've got. It might not be that you think, you know, those flowers, I'm not 100% on the flowers. You can completely fill it up with sunflowers if you wanted to. I've just gone for a combination of different things. I still had these left over as well. I think that might be overkill a little bit if I add any more, but let me have a look to see what I can do. I've got a little bit of greenery still left over, so if I can tuck that in here and there. I might go for one more sunflower if I can tuck it in there. Let's really fill that up. There we go. So what I've done, really sort of overhanging the sides, pulling these out and kind of have them hanging over the basket, over the side, to create a bit more space to add in and tuck in another sunflower. And I think that is pretty much it, to be honest with you. Kind of filling up a little bit of those gaps, but you can see how easy it is. If you haven't ever made one of these before, have a go at it. Just grab some bits that you can find in your garden centre, some of the stuff that you might still have left from your craft stash, some floral stuff that you might have used in the past. One of these cheap baskets, and you can make yourself a really, really cute little display. You could see how easy it is. Just hot glue some floral foam, create a little bit of height, and just fill in the rest of it. And that is it, pretty much, to be honest with you guys. There you go. I hope you liked it. I moved it to the wrong side. I always do this. I'm back to front. Dawn says adorable. Thank you very much. It's just to give you an idea of how quick and how easy it is to actually make one of these yourself, for having on a display on your Easter table, have it in your kitchen, have it on a dresser, and it's looking super springy. And of course you can just completely replace it. I know we hot glued, no, we didn't even hot glue the bunny on. We put some sticks in his feet, bless him. So you can take that out, and when it comes to summer, you can just completely mix this up and do something completely different with it. Thank you very much, Emma. I'm pleased you guys like it. If you do like it, could you do me a favour? Could you sprinkle the video for me? Can you let other people know? It just basically means hit the share button so other people can find me. I'd be really, really grateful. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Whether it's sunny, whether it's freezing rain, make the most of it. I hope you have a fantastic day. Have a super, super time. If I get a chance, I might come on again over the weekend and do another quick little project. Got a couple of things in mind, but we have got a load on at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be a super busy weekend for us, but I'll see what I can do. If not, I'll definitely catch you on Monday. Thank you very much, Dawn. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you for sprinkling the love and spreading the video and all the rest of it. Really, really appreciate that. Thanks ever so much, guys, for giving up your time, and I look forward to seeing you really, really soon. If you've got any questions, as always, pop it in the comments box. I will always get a notification. Happy to help where I can. All right, take care. See you soon. Bye.